Hey, what's up, pain to performance people? We're back with our daily mobility series, and today we're working on the feet. So we're going to start on a couple of really important drills, valuable for not just the feet, but the connection to the hip. You can see the slide here. Our movement creates structure, so sometimes we'll actually change somebody's gait by unjamming a joint and creating the right movement at that joint and the right amount of pressure. So if we take pressure off, we release hip to move better, we'll get a change in gait, and then the body that you have is the body you've earned by the way that you move. And so if we can improve movement, we can improve structure. So really important to start foundationally with what we did last time, posture, and then with the feet, because everything works from ground contact up with ground reaction force and movement. So we're going to start with a medial or inside ankle tilt today. We're going to get into a wide base, and what I want you to do is just practice tall posture first and then weight shifting to one side. So we're going to bend one knee, and as we do that weight shift, where we're targeting here is the medial ankle right underneath the medial malleolus. So this medial malleolus, the inside ankle bone there, right below that, about an inch is where we want to actually feel the movement and the decompression in the ankle. So again, weight shift to one side, that ankle tips in. It's okay if the knee does a little bit of lateral movement as we get internal rotation in the hip with that ankle tilt. So again, tilt to the inside of the ankle and come back. Remember tall posture, remember to breathe. Let's go to the other ankle. I'm going to give you a different angle here, angle of the ankle, and we're going to weight shift and tip. Again, bringing that inside ankle bone in towards the floor, the hip internally rotates a little bit, and we're getting a nice opening of that medial side or inside of the ankle. The next one we're going to roll into is outside ankle tilt. So I'm going to bring my foot forward, plant it on the floor with probably 70% of my weight still on the back leg. So at first, we want to load the back leg and do the mobilization here on the lateral ankle with about 30% weight or body weight pressure on that. So we're going to gently tilt to the side. So gentle ankle tilt to the side and coming back up. For me, these feel really good. I find a lot of people get a lot of benefit from lateral ankle tilts, but don't ignore medial ankle tilts either. So second side, we're going to go ahead, tilt to the side, and then come back to neutral. Again, tilt to the side and come back to neutral. So another important concept that we haven't covered yet, unless you've trained with us for a while, is the assess-reassess model. So we want to make sure that everything that we're doing, we're reassessing to find out what kind of impact that had biomechanically and neurologically. So one great assessment is taking a walk. So you could walk across the room, do your lateral ankle tilts on the right, then walk again. If your gait feels better, probably a good drill to do, that lateral ankle tilt. Another way that we can assess is range of motion. So just a basic one today. We'll do a new one in some of the other videos. Basic range of motion, we're gonna lock the knees, keep the feet together, and then reach down towards the floor. So just check how far, with my knees locked, do not let the knees bend, or it will bias or change the assessment. How far can I reach down towards the floor? Okay, so I got a ballpark. Maybe you're right here, that's okay. If we get further after the ankle tilt, we know that's a great drill neurologically for you. It's something that your brain wants more of, that type of stimulus in those mechanoreceptors in that joint. It likes that type of decompression because it's unlocking better range of motion, which means you're improving better, you're improving your muscle tone. So your flexor extensor tone, or the synergy of the muscles on the front and the back side of the body, have improved just by that ankle movement. It sounds wild at first if this is brand new to you, but that's how our brain and body works. So the next one, we're going to go ahead and go into a toe pull. So if you have a towel roll, a mat, something like that, maybe a foam roller could work as well, as long as it's stable enough for you. We want to hold on with this one, so we're focused on the toe and the foot itself. Angle this a little bit. We're going to reach the leg back, set the foot upside down. So I'm curling, pressing the toenails into that mat, and I want to, it's called a toe pull because I'm putting a little pressure on the toe, but I actually want to feel the stretch up higher in the foot on this one, so kind of right in the middle of the foot, and Once I'm in that toe pull position, I'm gonna tuck the tailbone. So I wanna pull the tailbone under, slight tuck in the pelvis. From there, I want my calf to contract. So I kind of want to use the lower leg muscle to press into that position. I can also add in, if we're not getting enough mobilization yet, a little knee bend. So we can dip into that. That's a middle toe pull. Now we're going to go into an outside toe pull. So all I'm going to do is change the angle here of the mat. And then instead of bringing the ankle to the middle, I'm going to keep the toes where they are, but then press the ankle to the outside. Same thing, tailbone tuck or pelvic tuck. We're doing a little bit of dip if you need a little bit more stretch. That's an outside toe pull. Remember, we can assess and reassess after each of these. So I could recheck, and my range of motion has increased, and it has for me. I know these toe pulls on the left foot are great drills, and I need more of that type of stimulus. So doing them really as a daily, you can journal as we go through our daily mobility. Write down your high payoff drills, write down the ones that work really well for you, and create that performance benefit, because again, the whole point of this video series and the app membership is to move from pain to performance. So improving, living more of a performance-based lifestyle, and then instead of going the other way towards threat and pain. So next one, we're gonna go ahead, set the big toe down on the mat. Again, tuck the tailbone, pressure in by squeezing the calf muscle, and then maybe add a little bit of dip. So of course we go through this on the other side. I'll just walk you through that, kind of show you how you can re-angle, reset the mat fairly quickly. So the mat's just lined up perpendicular with this lead foot for the middle toe pull. I want everything lined up from the toes through the ankle, the knee, and the hip. Tuck the pelvis, and then we can go into the toe pull there. If we slide the mat, angle it about 30-45 degrees, then this is set nicely for the outside toe pull. So I'm pressing my ankle, you can see it there, to the outside, and going into those. And then an angle at the other 30-45 or so, and that's the inside toe pull. The ankle's gonna drop to the inside, pelvic tuck, tall posture, and I'm squeezing the calf muscle on this back leg to help drive into that position. Go ahead and take a walk after those, reassess your range of motion, see how you're feeling. I find that they are amazing go-to drills. I do these every day. In fact, our kids who are currently almost 1, 2, 4, and 5, especially the older 3, will be doing ankle tilts and toe pulls just around the house because they see mom and dad doing them. So I hope these help, and we'll see you in the next video for a little bit more work on the foot and the ankle.